Welcome back, Bear Bets Podcast. Jeff and I joined again, as we are always, for the Gambling Group Chat by Sammy P. and Will Hill. We have one game in the FBS on Heisman weekend here, and then, of course, it is the Army-Navy game, which everybody looks forward to if you are not a college football fan. People still watch this game just out of respect for what Army and Navy do for each of us every single day and what they're going to do in the future. If you have not been to an Army-Navy game, I suggest you go. It is certainly a bucket list type experience for a college football game. I've been fortunate enough to been to a couple of them, and it's awesome from the march in, everything to the post game, the game itself. Highly suggested for you to make one college football pilgrimage to Army-Navy. And this week, we got an Army coming off, a little different Army-Navy game. Army coming off of an AAC championship game, dominating win over Tulane. Navy awaiting playing Oklahoma in their bowl. Army has Marshall coming up in their bowl. I don't always want to default to dog or pass, but I think with the way Navy ended the season with the injury to Horvath, now they've been off, a little bit time to heal. Not that Army's going to have a letdown, of course, after winning a conference title, but 6.5 feels a little high to me, Sammy.
I was looking at the total, Bear. The only thing I care about, this touch 37.5 Wednesday morning. I'm sitting on our show just betting 37.5, not expecting it to go much lower. Boom, 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 boys. Up to 39 right now. Bear, I make the total 47.5. Wow. I think both of these offenses are much better than people think. And guys, understand, this total closed 27.5 last year. Final score 17-11. The books are telling you, Will, there's going to be more offense.
Yep, it's not the typical Army-Navy in terms of, the play calls, the play usage. They both throw it more, but I would still lean towards the under just because, if you look at the history of these two teams, 2013 was the last time we had 39 or more points scored in this game. There's a familiarity. There's, the intensity. There's the fact that I think both these teams come out a little tight early. So I think it'd be interesting to see where the line moves because sharp movement, as you said, is driven the line up. There was like a 40.5 early in the week. I think people will see Army-Navy and say, hey, this game always goes under. That's the narrative. I do think this will probably, if you like the over, you can probably wait and maybe same as last year where it just tick down to where the point where it's just ridiculously low. I wouldn't be shocked if this closes 36.5, 36, something like that. I like the under. I lean towards under and dog to me is just, how I play these service academies when they play each other. I know, again, this year is a little different, but I'm just trained to think that way when these service academies meet up. By the way, Bear mentions we should have a pilgrimage to Army-Navy. I've never been to the game. I mean, you could have organized a little field trip for the four of us to get together, go check out the game, but God forbid you do anything nice for us.
I'm actually going to be away down on vacation, going to Florida this weekend, taking the war. My wife's been a good soldier dealing with my travels throughout the entire season, so we'll give her a little weekend in the Keys.
Will, I'll go with you, buddy. Don't worry. We can ignore Sammy and Bear. I like the over, as Sammy mentioned. Army third in the country in points per drive on offense. And you look at Navy, I think they're in the low 30s. And guys, both their quarterbacks have missed games this season, right? Army had a couple games where the quarterback was out. Navy had a couple games. So those are really good drive numbers without their starting quarterback. I think we've seen an up-tempo game, teams throwing the football. It's tough to bet over in these. Will mentioned it. It doesn't go over very often at this number. So kind of have to suck it up and take the over in this spot with the offenses these teams have.
Yeah, that's a great point, Jeff. You look at how great Army's offense looked against Tulane with Daly, and of course we can remember how great the Navy offense looked with Horvath as well. So I would think Sammy might be on to something going over here. Bear Bets full episodes drop twice a week right here on the Bear Bets YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to stay ahead of the odds, and let's celebrate all of our wins together.